Am I in the right place? I went into courtroom 9. I sat down there, but I think
What's your name?
Ronya.
Is it Sheshlek?
That's the one.
Yes.
Except that's not how you say it, but that's
How do you say it?
Cheslog.
You were right.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes.
It's German.
Mm-hmm. Whereabouts in Germany?
Yeah, and I didn't get a reply. I was having
Northern German, isn't it?
West actually, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, well, I don't know where the names originated from, but I was speaking to Constable Millen Rumble Sims,
Yep.
and I've had a bit of correspondence with her through email. She never replied to my last one, which I sent to on the 30th of June because she didn't understand my first submission apparently. But I sent her my last submission and she, yeah, sure.
What are we doing with that one, Dave?
What one? We're just going to find out what he wants to do because Mick said he's withdrawing because
Okay.
he's an
I really don't understand a bit of this, so.
See him over there. Right there. That way you've got some free space. Obviously, you're not a stupid person, because you can read and write. So you understand that everybody gets a vote because we're a democracy. You understand that, don't you?
Okay.
And so therefore, and the reason we get a vote is we get to elect a representative. And then when our representatives are elected, they form a government. And then the government create the laws. Or they overturn laws, or they amend laws. But once they enact a law, which is signed off by the Governor General, it becomes law in Queensland. And therefore, every single person living in Queensland must abide by those laws. And if we transgress
Okay,
those laws,
so if
there
I
are
wasn't
penalties.
within the state of Queensland, would the laws be applicable?
Well, if you're not in the state of Queensland, you're not committing an offence in Queensland. There are offences where, for instance, you could ring someone out from outside of Queensland and threaten them, and they're living in Queensland, you're committing an offence.
No, but okay, but
But that's not what this is.
that's not my question
If
though.
we were to go to
My question is, would the law be applicable if I wasn't in the state of Queensland?
Are you talking specifically about this one?
Let's say yes.
Okay, this one, you were intercepted. Have a look at the one.
Yeah, intercepted by police. Saliva specimen taken, relevant job.
Now, what they're alleging is that at about 3:15 a.m. on Saturday, the 24th day of September 2011, police from the roadside drug testing unit were performing roadside drug testing on Thomas Drive, Service Paradise. They intercepted a black Hyundai for the purpose of the test. They spoke to the driver, identified as yourself. So do you accept that you're pulled over by police at about 3:15 a.m. on the 24th day of September 2011?
That's really irrelevant to what I'm trying to figure
Well,
out
it's not,
here.
because it forms
It
part
is
of the charge.
irrelevant. I want to know whether if the charge is applicable, whether
Do you accept that you were...
that's really irrelevant.
Well,
I'm not going to say anything to that question.
Let's take it back a stage further. If I can't discuss any of these facts with you, we can't compensate it anymore. The only alternate
Why is that?
because you won't discuss it with me.
No, but part of the fact is whether or not was in the state of Queensland. Is that correct or not?
You tell me if you want to talk to me any further about it, because the thing is, you don't have to discuss anything with me. You've got the right to silence.
Oh, but I just have a few questions.
Okay,
that's all.
And if you want to discuss with me, that's fine.
I don't want to have the judge waste his time with me when I can try and sort it out with you guys.
That's another one of the things. Every member of the community is entitled to their day in court.
Oh
and
yeah,
the prosecution must prove their case beyond reasonable doubt.
I am exactly, and that's what I'm asking
about. If you want
about.
your day in court, that's fine. You've got the right to silence. You don't have to discuss any of it with me. But if you don't discuss it with me and you can't resolve it, it must be set for a hearing, and you'll get your day in court. And then the prosecution will have to produce their proof of evidence, their witnesses, and
I agree with you.
And then we'll have to prove our case beyond reasonable doubt.
That's correct. I agree with you.
Nicole's completely correct in saying the only way to deal with this from this point on is to set it for a hearing.
But if
that way you'll get your day in
How do you say
hearing.
that you weren't in Queensland?
No, I want to know whether the law is applicable if I'm not within the state of Queensland. Is it or not?
Look,
No, if you
No, it's
are
not. So if
physically
thank you.
somewhere else and you are not
Okay.
this person here, but that's what the sergeant's saying.
So the law is not applicable if I'm not with.
We are
if
having
I'm,
a two-way conversation. If this continues the way this conference ends and we set it for hearing, I'm trying to be on the same wavelength as you. Are you saying you're not this person and your physical existence was in another state?
that's it's got nothing to do with
If
what
this
I'm
conference
trying to
ends,
ask.
please, and we'll set this matter for
So
a hearing.
you're entitled to your day
But
in court,
I,
and the
I'm
prosecution will have to
sorry,
prove
I'm
their
just
case.
trying to break the barriers here. Like, you guys are just human beings like I am,
You're
so
putting the barriers up.
no, there is no barriers. I just want to speak to you guys like
Okay,
normal
the
human
way it works
beings.
is, you've got a right to conference with us, but if you don't want to speak to us, that's entirely
But I would
your
love
right.
to speak to
No,
you guys.
no, if you want to speak to us about the offence, the alleged offence, and you choose not to, that's your right.
Okay,
I'm telling you,
but
it's your right to silence.
for the
What
law
you're saying
to,
to me is you want us to prove the case beyond reasonable doubt. The only way that
Yes,
is going
I
to happen
do.
is for a hearing, so it must be set for a hearing.
And we're
Okay.
talking logical common sense here.
well, I'm speaking logical common
And
sense
see, the
myself.
other thing is, Nicole and myself cannot give you legal advice. We are not
I don't
allowed
want
to
legal
give you-
advice.
Yeah, we're not allowed to give you any further legal advice.
I just
And
want to know about
because-
the law
no,
itself.
we can't talk to you about the law. We can talk to you about the specific offence. We've both tried to do that. We're obviously not succeeding, so therefore it must go before
Okay,
the
so
court.
I'll go back to within the offence. Am I going to, do all elements of the crime have to be proven?
Yes, each and every one of them.
Every single element of the crime
Yes.
beyond reasonable
Right.
doubt?
You're raising a jurisdictional issue, and you're taking it outside the realms of common sense. If you are this person here, you're within Queensland, this law applies to you.
Who says?
The
It-
legislature
Yes.
who made the laws.
Okay, but what if I wasn't within the state of Queensland?
Look, see, we're going back to the same point. Nicole and I can't give you legal advice.
Right, okay.
It's really, these are questions you should be putting to the magistrate.
Right, okay.
Really, we're going beyond where we can, because we've tried to discuss those specific elements.
I appreciate you
Yeah,
talking to me
we
because I'm
can't
trying
go
to
any
understand now,
further
so.
than that. We will get ourselves in trouble by discussing it any further. You,
Okay.
the only person
But
you
there's
can...
no, like,
No,
video
no,
recording
no,
or
it doesn't
anything.
matter. We know. I know, Nicole knows. I do something wrong, Nicole's got to report me. If she does something wrong, I have to report her. That's how it works. Doesn't matter that it's not being recorded. The two of us are duty bound to report each other if we do something wrong.
Okay,
The only person you can discuss this with now is the magistrate.
right?
So it must be set for a hearing.
Okay,
You've got
and
no choice.
I can't do that today?
Yes?
Oh, I can do that today.
Magistrate will
Can't
talk to
do
you
a
today.
hearing today, it will
No,
be
but-
set down for
But
a
the
future
magistrate
date
will
for a
discuss
hearing.
how,
So
what's
I
going to
can't do a
happen.
hearing today?
The magistrate will discuss it with you. We can't discuss the process.
Right.
The magistrate will discuss the process with you.
Okay, so you're going to be rescheduling this for a trial? Is that like a trial,
Trial.
hearing?
The
Okay.
we won't be, the magistrate will.
Yeah, okay, so I will have to talk to her
The
in a minute.
magistrate.
Okay, and can I speak to her about any of this stuff that I was just trying to ask
The
you?
magistrate will tell you what they can discuss with you
Ah,
and what
okay.
they can't. Okay?
Alright, wonderful.
They can go further than we can.
Because this has been dragging on for a really long
Okay.
time, and I
Alright,
would
well,
love
you,
to sort
you
it
raise
out.
it with the magistrate, because you've really reached the point where Nicole and I can't discuss it any further.
Okay, I
We're at
understand.
the point where we would
Okay,
get in
I'm
trouble
trying to be
discussing
professional
anything.
with, like, I do
Yep.
understand you have a job to uphold, but,
Okay,
yeah, I want to just break
That's
the
fine.
barriers and,
that's fine.
alright, can I just see if I've got any more questions about the actual offences?
About the facts of the matter, with all means, we can discuss that.
Oh, actually, one thing I wanted to ask was whether you've spoken to the officer that
No, I haven't.
you haven't.
No.
Is that not something that's necessary for the prosecutor
If
to
it
speak
goes
to
to
the...
trial and I'm the prosecutor that's allocated to prosecute this matter on behalf of the arresting officer,
Yes.
I will then, but if I'm not, I won't. It's no
Okay.
business of mine.
Oh, right, okay, so you guys are just general rep...
No, look, another point with the police department is, if we're not involved in a specific case, we've got no business to investigate it. We've got no business to perform computer checks. We are not allowed to look at it.
Right. But the actual
Only if we're
officer
involved in it.
himself
And if we're the,
can...
say
and the
for
pros-
instance,
okay,
I was the
so
prosecutor.
you're not the actual prosecutor right now,
If
so
it
to
goes
speak.
to hearing,
Yep,
and
You
I'm
could
allocated
be,
to
okay.
prosecute that hearing on behalf of the arresting officer,
yep,
I will discuss it with the arresting officer.
right,
But if
okay.
I'm not, I will not.
Why is
Um,
there a need for us to speak to the officer? What is it that, your issue that you have with the officer?
It, I think it would go beyond what you want to speak about right now.
Well, if you come to us with logical, legally applicable issues that you wish to discuss, we are here to discuss those with you.
Okay.
So please feel free to air what your issue is with the officer. We'll advise you whether we can discuss that with the officer or not.
Okay, you've pretty much already answered the question that I want to ask, so.
Look, all right, go do is take a seat in court at 9.
Yep.
Your name will get called. Magistrate will say, what do you want to do with this matter? And you say, Your Honour, I wish to have it set for a hearing for the prosecution to prove their case beyond reasonable doubt. And the magistrate will go, that's fine. And they'll turn to the clerk, and the clerk will provide a date, and then the magistrate will say, this is the date for the hearing.
Okay, and then will that be it? The last.
And then you'll be free to go
Then
until
you'll
that
get your
date.
trial date.
Will that be the last time then? Because
Because the magistrate's the only one who can give you dates from this point on. We
yeah,
can't.
no, I mean like once the trials happened, will
The
that
trial proceeds on that date and is finalised. That's the end of the matter.
will it be finalised or you don't
Yeah, it will
know?
be finalised on that day.
God. And if I wanted to speak to the officer that did all this, the alleged offence, would that be possible?
Our office
What if I
represents
wanted
that
to
officer
cross-reference with him?
The officer probably won't discuss anything with you from this point on.
Okay.
now. And that would be, I would be recommending that that's the course of action. Our office now represents the charge before the court. So
Okay.
if you wish to discuss anything, you discuss it with members of our office. And
Yeah,
the
but if I want
sergeant
to
must
cross-examine the
understand.
police officer, do
Yeah,
not.
on the day you'll
On
be
the
able
trial.
to.
That's
the
what I was
officer will
talking
have
about.
to
Yes.
get the witness box
What did I
and
say?
be able to
Sorry, cross-examine, not
Yep.
cross-reference.
And the officer will have to swear an oath and then get it into the witness box, and then you'll be able to cross-examine through parts.
Too easy, and that's exactly what I was.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay.